Hey, welcome back into Occupy Democrats. And Donald Trump just accomplished two horrific things in less than 24 hours. One, he basically just became the de facto president of Venezuela. And two, put an even larger sign on the back of Americans when it comes to our number one global adversary, China. If you'd like to see Trump just stay in Venezuela, subscribe to the channel. But in this breaking story, I'm going to show you in a few moments. It is very frightening what he's just once again emboldened other U.S. major politicians in their belief about what we're doing in terms of global domination, power, or control. A complete overstep. But remember when Trump said this about Putin here?
President Trump is also drawing fire for his positive comments about Vladimir Putin. In a Fox interview, the U.S. president says he respects the Russian president and wants to work with him.
I respect a lot of people, but that doesn't mean I'm going to get along with him. He's a leader of his country. I say it's better to get along with Russia than not. And if Russia helps us in the fight against ISIS, which is a major fight, and Islamic terrorism all over the world,
right.
Major fight, that's a good thing. Will I get along with him? I have no idea. It's very
He's a
possible
killer,
I
though.
won't.
Putin's a killer.
A lot of killers. We got a lot of killers. Why, you think our country's so innocent?
And of course, his continued defiance to believe the three branches of government don't exist, because when he was asked about attacking Venezuela, this was his response.
Will you be seeking any authorization from Congress for any land attacks on drug cartels in Venezuela?
I wouldn't mind telling him, but, it's not a big deal. I don't have to tell him. It's been proven. I wouldn't mind at all. I just hope they wouldn't leak it. People leak it. They are politicians, and they leak like a sieve.
So it should come as no shock when you actually hear the President of the United States talk about basically taking over a country.
Mr. President, what do you make of the fact that just hours before the airstrike, there was a Chinese delegation meeting with Nicolas Maduro, and we have yet to hear from China any sort of comment on the attacks?
I know nothing about that, but I have a very good relationship with President Xi, and there's not going to be a problem. And
for the purposes of stopping drug flow? No, probably about oil. This.
They're going to get oil. We're going to allow people to have oil. But we can't take a chance after having done this incredible thing last night of letting somebody else take over, where we have to do it again. We can do it again, too. Nobody can stop us. There's nobody that has the capability that we have.
Even Republicans are taking issue with that. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell calls Putin, quote, a thug, and says there's no comparison between how Russia and the U.S. conduct themselves.
But in this breaking story, what Trump has now emboldened around his Trumposphere sycophants is further insane comments that threaten China. Can you believe this? Listen to what Lindsey Graham just said.
It's time they pay a price. Lindsey Graham set sight on next target after Venezuela. After repeatedly cheering the Trump administration for its unprecedented attack on Venezuela and subsequent capturing of its president, Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican of South Carolina, appeared to set his sights on what he believed should be the Trump administration's next target, China. The attack and raid on Venezuela reportedly occurred shortly after Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro had met with Chinese diplomats, something Graham referenced sarcastically in a social media post Saturday. To my Chinese friends, in case you were planning a follow-up meeting with Maduro, he has a new address. It will be difficult to schedule another appointment, but I know he means a lot to you. Good luck, Graham wrote Saturday in a social media post on X. Oh, by the way, quit propping up narco-terrorist dictators like Maduro. Quit buying oil from Putin that is keeping his war machine flush with cash. And reconsider propping up the Ayatollah in Iran, a religious Nazi, by buying his oil. Graham went on to issue what appeared to be an explicit threat to China, a nuclear power unlike Venezuela and a far greater military force, with more than 2 million active military personnel as of 2024. The single largest military force on Earth. China has aligned itself with every bad actor on the planet, keeping conflict ablaze, Graham wrote. It's time they pay a price for the chaos they are sowing. Graham is among the most hawkish lawmakers in Congress, having directly pushed for or supported military action against Iran, North Korea, Venezuela, Iraq, Syria, Libya, and Mexico, and many on repeated occasions.
This means that Donald Trump claims it was about drugs. It's not. It's about controlling oil. It's about taking American oil companies down there and making billions and billions and billions of dollars of selling Venezuelans oil to China after the whole tariff mishap. Are you kidding me? Aside from what they'll bring to the U.S. themselves, set that part aside. This is literally what he just said with Maduro in his custody right here.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
Yeah, that's what the real thing's about. Just oil. Nothing more. You guys like and share the video. Stay frosty.